Hello students, in the previous video we have seen what are hydrocarbons. Now here we are going to see the structure of organic compounds. First let us deal with the alkanes. We have already seen that alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. They have the general formula CnH2n plus 2. Now they have only single covalent bonds between any two carbon atoms. Okay. So the first member of alkane series, the first member CnH2n plus 2. So if you take n is equal to 1, okay, n is equal to 1. So C1H2n plus 2, that is 2 into 1 plus 2 is 4. In other words, CH4. The name is methane, formula is CH4. So what is the structure? Here is the structure of methane, one carbon atom with 4 hydrogen atoms linked by 4 covalent bonds. Now if you see how the electrons are there, the C is here, 4 electrons of the carbon atom, 4 electrons of carbon atom and 1 electron from each hydrogen atom. So this pair, one belongs to carbon, the other belongs to hydrogen. Same with all the 4 pairs. Or you may also make it like this, carbon with 4 electrons on its, the valence electrons are shown, then hydrogen with one of its electrons. This is the other hydrogen with 1 electron, another hydrogen with 1 electron, another with 1 electron. Right? Now don't make circles and all like you must be seeing in some books it is given. That is for understanding, which is not part of the structure. Okay. So this is it. Now condensed formula. So this is a structural formula. This is the electron dot structure or electron dot figure. Both are same thing. Okay. And then condensed formula is carbon. How many hydrogens in that carbon? Each carbon will be listed with the number of carbon. So it is CH4. So this is the first member, which is methane. Now let us take the next member. The second member of alkanes, N is equal to 2, applying in the formula CnH2n plus 2. So N is 2, so C2, 2n is 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, it is 6, C2H6. So the name is ethane. Okay. Now ethane, what is the electron dot figure? Here we have C, another C, 4 electrons of each carbon and 1 electron from hydrogen. So here is the electron dot figure of ethane. Now when you make the structure, 2 carbon atoms linked by 1 covalent, this carbon has 4 bonds, one with the next carbon, the other 3 are with the hydrogen, same with the next carbon. So there are 6 hydrogen atoms. See the formula C2H6, it is exactly fitting there. Each carbon having 4 bonds, each hydrogen with 1 bond. Condensed formula, this is carbon 1. First carbon, how many hydrogens? 3. So CH3 dash, that is this bond, and then the next carbon with 3. So CH3 dash CH3, that is condensed formula. In other words, you just shrink all these hydrogens into this one into this. So you have CH3 dash CH3. So that is the condensed formula. Now the third member is N is equal to 3, C3H8, using the same formula CnH2n plus 2. So the condensed formula will come first carbon with 3 hydrogens, next with 2 hydrogens, third with 3 hydrogens. See, when you make the condensed formula, check this carbon, 3 hydrogen plus there is a bond, total 4 bonds would be. Second carbon, either side there is bond plus 2 hydrogen, 2 plus 2, 4. Again this third carbon, 3 hydrogen and 1 bond this side, so total 4. So each carbon should have a bond of 4 combinations, right? Now the structural formula of this compound, this is called propane, 3 carbon atoms, each carbon, this carbon with 3 hydrogen, the second carbon, both sides there is bond, so only 2 hydrogens are possible, total bond is 4. The third one, there are 3 hydrogens and 4 bonds possible. Now if you make the electron dot figure, 3 carbon atoms, okay, so the first carbon has 4 valence electrons. The second one also has 4 valence electrons. So there is a bond here, these 2 electrons. The third one also has got 4 valence electrons. So here is a bond. This is a bond. This is a bond. Okay. Now there are hydrogens on each of this. So a bond with each hydrogen. Now here is another hydrogen. Here is another hydrogen. Here is another hydrogen. One more hydrogen and one more hydrogen. You can find on both ends there are 3 hydrogens. The middle carbon has only 2 because it has bonds on either side. So this is the electron dot figure for propane. Now let us take the fourth member. The fourth member, N is equal to 4. Molecular formula is C4H10. Applying the same formula CnH2n plus 2. The condensed formula 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. C4. First carbon has 3 and 1 bond 4. Second carbon, either side bond, so 2 hydrogens. Third carbon, both side bonds are there, so only 2 hydrogens. Third carbon, only one side bond, so there are 3 hydrogens. So you make like this. So that is butane. The name is butane. If you make the structure, it will be like this. 4 carbons in a row, bond between them. And then hydrogen, 3 hydrogen on the first carbon. Next one, 2 hydrogen, and again 3 hydrogen. So this way, the bonds are satisfied, the valences are satisfied. So the structure of butane is formed. Now the fifth member, N is equal to 5. The molecular formula is C5H12, applying the same formula. Name is pentane. Make the condensed formula directly. No need to make structure and other things. So 5 carbons in a chain. So how do you make it? C, 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 and C. 5 carbons. Now first carbon, only one bond, so 3 hydrogens. The second carbon, 2 bonds are there, so 2 hydrogens. 2 plus 2, 4. This one, there are bonds on either side, so CH2. Okay, so 4 bonds okay. Then this one, either side bond, so H2, so total 4. This one, only one side bond, so 3 hydrogens. Are you getting now? So the structure is made here already, you can see. Same way, we have the 6th member, N is equal to 6. We have C6H14, which is hexane. So same principle is applied here. So you have the formula, condensed formula, CH3, CH2, 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 and CH3. So this is about the 5th member. Okay. Now what about the 6th member? Apply the same thing. Now, yeah, 6th member is done. Now we will go into 7th member. The 7th member is N is equal to 7. Molecular formula will be C7H16. 2 7s are 14 plus 2, 16. Okay. Heptane is the name. Same principle applied. You have the chain. Only the terminal carbons, both sides will have 3 hydrogens. All other carbons in between will have 2 hydrogens each because they have bond on either side. So total bond in any carbon is 4. N is equal to 8. Molecular formula C8. 2 8s are 16 plus 2, 18 hydrogens. Octane is the name. Applying same principle, first and the last, there will be how many carbons in the chain? There should be 8 carbons in the chain, and first and the last will have 3 hydrogen, all the rest will have 2 hydrogens. We don't need to make open structure because the syllabus requires open structures only for the first 5 members. The remaining members, they are only asking for condensed formula, right? And the 9th one, N is equal to 9, C9, 2 9s are 18 plus 2, 20 hydrogens. Similar principle. Then 10th member is also here. I hope you are able to understand and make it. You can make it on paper. See, while looking at it, you will understand. But the problem is students must write. You must take your notebook and pen and write and practice the N value. N is equal to this. And then make the molecular formula yourself by using the general formula CnH2n plus 2. And then make condensed formula applying the principle of 4 bonds on each carbon. And then at the end you can count how many carbons are there, match with the formula, count the hydrogens, match with the formula. If these things are correct, the structure is correct. 4 valences for each carbon, number of carbons, number of hydrogens. If all these 3 things are matching with the formula, then your structure is correct. I hope you understood. Thank you for watching.